Hey everyone, warm welcome back to the fourth session in our deep grounding series. We're working with the concept of Apanavayu, which is downward moving energy that can help us feel grounded, more in flow with our bodies, more in touch with our bodies, more in tune with natural world, more gravity fed, and more stable and steady in ourselves. So we'll work with the mudra that coincides with that. Today we're also going to do a flow that incorporates horse stance from the Taoist tradition and practice, which is one of the foundational postures for the Taoist movement practice, which will harness energy into the center, the hara, and then move it down into the earth, and also feed off of energy that comes up from the rebound force that can help us feel lighter and more capable and have an easier posture and a powerful stance. So for today's practice, you are welcome to put on some ankle weights again if these are supporting you in your experience of sensing where your lower body is and also sensing yourself being grounded. Use them. They'll also give you a little extra load for some strengthening. And then a couple of blocks. We'll start with a meditation today. I'm sitting on a blanket. So take your time to grab your props. I'm going to put these on for now. Mine are 2.5 pounds of load for each leg. If you don't have these, don't worry about it. And you can find your comfortable seat. So nice and tall, sit bones back, soften the abdomen. And your hands can be flipped up on your lap, and you can join me for this mudra. Index finger curls in, thumb comes on top, and then the tip of the thumb is touched by the middle and ring finger, and the pinky fingers are straight out stretched. So you can soften your elbows like they're heavy, widen your collarbones, and stretch out through your pinky fingers. You're welcome to downcast your eyes, keep them hooded, soft gaze, peripheral focus, or close them here. Feel into your body from your belly button down. Unhinge your jaw. Set your posture just right so you're creating this container in harmony with gravity. Around the upright plumb line of your spine. You can sense a breathing ball at your belly, below your belly button. And today, if you like, you can follow this breath of inhaling up the back of the spine and exhaling down the front of the spine. Inhaling up the back and exhaling down the front, right down into the earth. This line might go deep into the earth underneath you as you inhale up, gathering, and exhale down, rooting. Inhale in length and space, peace. Exhale out, stress and tension. To this line, you can add the pelvic floor. Inhale up the back of the spine, relax the pelvic floor. Exhale down the front of the spine into the earth, squeezing the pelvic floor in and up. Inhale up the back, relaxing the base. Relaxing the belly. Exhale down the front. Squeezing the pelvic floor in and up. Low belly draws to the spine. Inhale up the back, relax. Relax the base of the spine. Exhale down the front, squeezing in and up. A few more rounds on your own time. Then you can relax your hands, open your eyes, and roll your shoulders a couple of times. And then circle your spine around your pelvic bowl a couple of times. Switch directions with that. And then take your left leg on top of your right, so your left hip is a little off the floor, and side bend to the left towards the uplifted hip there. And then you can take your top arm down, round a little bit, circle it like a big air guitar, and out and over. Down, circle it, and out and over. Come up into the middle, switch the cross of your legs, so left leg goes externally rotated, right leg comes internal, right hip is off the ground. Side bend to your right to the lifted hip. You can round in a bit and then circle over. Round in and circle over. Release that, come to a tabletop facing the front of your mat. You can move your blanket over to the side. Inhale, arch your spine. And exhale, round under, push into your feet. Even lift your knees off the floor a little bit. Inhale, arch your spine. Bringing it into the legs here, squeezing inner thighs, pressing into tops of feet. One more time like that. Inhale, arch. And exhale and round. Maybe lifting the knees off a little bit. Then tuck your toes. Shift back into a down dog. Pedal out your feet, taking 3 breaths. If you'd like to continue with that spinal breath, inhale up the back of the spine to the space in between the eyebrows, and exhale down into the pelvic floor. Lifting it up behind the belly button. Inhale up the back of the spine. Exhale down. And walk your feet towards the front of the mat. And here we'll take the horse stance. So toes out, knees out, and come up. I'm going to work with tucking the tail a little here, not an aggressive tucking, but just so that you're more neutral, long, low back. Weight is in the outer heels, and you don't have to be so low that you're parallel to the ground. So just sinking down, knees back, spine upright. And then you can take your hands at the abdomen and take 3 breaths into your belly. Working this external rotation, side seat. Gaze is level. 2. And 3, and then standing up, parallel feet, still feet wide, maybe wider than the mat. Hands to the hips, forward fold. Take your hands way forwards, and it's like you're a downward dog in the upper body, even a little hammocky. And then pulling your hips back, little bend through the knees. Traction your spine. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Right hand right underneath your nose. You can be on fingertips so you're really in your legs. Left arm reaches up into a twist. Left hand underneath your nose. Right arm reaches up into a twist. This time, if you like, right hand underneath your nose. Left arm reaches up and behind you, and you might take it behind your back or catch your inner thigh. And other side, so left hand underneath your nose. Right hand can go behind you, palm faces away, or catch the inner thigh and push that thigh back. And then come on down. Hands plant, press strong, step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then right leg high into the air. Find that long line. And right foot forwards to the right thumb. Make a lot of airspace there to put your foot through. And you can grab blocks if you like. Pulse through your back heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then drop your back knee and lift it up. 5, drop and lift. 4, drop and lift. 3, drop and lift. 2, and drop and lift. 1. Then knee down, you can untuck the back set of toes. Come on up. Maybe hook your thumbs. Bottom tips of the shoulder blades go in. Lift out of the low back. 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Come on forwards. Hands plant. You can round your upper back here, knee to nose, heel to seat. Step back, downward facing dog. Roll into an angry cat plank. Bend your knees, shift your hips back, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Roll it forwards, hollow the belly. Bend your knees, shift back. Inhale up the back of the spine. Bend your knees, exhale down the front of the spine to the pelvic floor. Left leg reaches up, long line, find it. Breath. Knee to nose, shoulders over the wrist, squeeze it in, push the ground away, and place the left foot. You can grab blocks here, pulse back, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop and lift. 5, drop and lift. 4, 3, active legs. 2, and 1. This time lower down, untuck your toes. Come on up, you can hook thumbs. Lift out of your low back, bottom tips of the shoulder blades go in and up. 3 breaths. 1, 2, buoyant in the upper body. And 3. Come on down, move your blocks. You can place your hands, protract your shoulder blades, squeeze your knee to nose, step back to down dog. 3 times. Roll to the rounded cat plank. Bend your knees and shift the top of your groin crease way back. Roll. Fluidity through the spine. Reach back. 1 more time like that. Roll. Bend your knees. Reach back. We're going to step into the horse stance, or if you like, you're welcome to hop there. Up to you. If you're feeling like it, you can hop. And then feet wide, knees wide, and come on up. So again, that tuck of the tail, knees back, and sinking in. Hands at the belly, 3 breaths. 1, 2, weight in the outer heels. And and 3. Now here you can lean to one side and open into a side stretch, and then lean to the other side and open. 2 more times, lean to the side, open, and lean to the side, open. Last one with your breath. Strong in the legs, super grounded here. And then come all the way up. Parallel your feet, hands to the waist. Open chest. Hips back, forward fold. Walk it out. Find the hammock. Bend your knees. Hips way back. Breathe into it. Traction your low spine. Right hand into the center. Here you can be on fingertips, really in your legs. Inhale, open into that twist. Switch sides, left hand down, right arm up, open into that twist. This time, right hand down, you can open into the twist and then take your hand back behind you. Maybe catching the inner thigh, other side. Hand behind, maybe. Into the center, hands plant, shoulders over the wrists, step back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, 1. 2. Breathing up the back of the spine, down the front, into the pelvic floor. 3. Right leg high into the air. Find the line that you like. Shoulders over the wrist, need to know, squeeze it in, make the air space. Right foot forwards. You can grab your blocks here or not. This time take your back knee down, shift back and forwards. I'm going to give you 2 more options for this. You can use your hands on your blocks, or you can come up and keep your hips moving straight back without using your hands. Other option is to interlock your hands behind you and keep moving forwards and back. Maybe letting your spine drape over your front leg. 1 more time. And then coming forwards, this time lifting the back knee. Coming up, hooking thumbs. Lift out of the low back, bottom shoulder blade tips in. Gaze a little lifted, 3 breaths. Little squeeze through the inner thigh to feed the spine upright. 2. Up the back of the spine, down the front. And 3. Nice, you can go all the way forwards here. Hands find the floor. Curl the knee into the nose, shoulders over the wrists. Step back, downward facing dog. Round it forwards. Bend your knees. Shift it back. Round it forwards. Shift it back. Okay, this time, round it forwards. Keep your shoulder blades wide. And then turn out to the right edges of your feet. And if you like, pull the left arm up, pushing the bottom shoulder blade down into the floor. You can even take this over your head and lift your hip a little bit. Some of you will want to keep going in that side bend and even catch your bottom arm. And then we're going to go all the way back. Angry cat plank. Bend the knees, arch it back. Round it forwards. Keep the shoulder blades active. And then to the left edges of the feet, maybe taking the right foot off or the right hand off and bringing it up. You can keep going into the side bend a little bit, maybe even a little more, really compressing the bottom side. Pushing the bottom shoulder blade down, draping the right hand to the angry cat plank. Bend your knees and shift back into the down dog. Left leg high, find the line that you like. Knee to nose, shoulders over the wrist, push those shoulder blades into the armpits. Make space for that foot to go forward. So blocks, first option, forwards and back, sliding back, relaxing your hips. Another option here is to let go and really be rooted in your legs without your hands. Maybe the spine comes forwards over the front leg a little. Other option is to interlock. Wherever you are, find the pleasure sensations. Make it just right amount of effort. So virya, Sanskrit word for right effort for you. Right motivation. That just right amount, Goldilocks effort. And coming forwards, you can crawl up out of this. Strong inner thigh squeeze to feed your spine up. Hook thumbs. Reach up, bottom tips of the shoulder blade in. Lift out of your low back. Little squeeze to feed the spine. 3 breaths. 1. Up the back, down the front. Into the pelvic floor. 2. Maybe even close your eyes. Find your center. Find your roots. 3. And then all the way forwards, hands find the floor. Knee can come in and back, downward facing dog. And then you can round forwards and bend the knees, push back. You can round forwards and push back. This time you can round forwards and then really push into the shoulder blades. Right foot comes down, and 2 choices. You can have your left foot in front, or you can have your left foot up and behind you. And then keep carving the bottom shoulder blade down, and maybe a little opening. For some, maybe finding the bottom arm. And then come back to the rounded cat plank. You can always come to the knees for this one, and then back into the arching dog. Round forwards, gather the inner thighs, and then shift. So take it in stages. You might stay with your right hand down, maybe up, maybe the foot forwards, maybe the foot behind, maybe a little bit of an arc and open. You find it, and all the way back. Round a cat plank, bend your knees, back into the down dog. Breathe into it there. And we're gonna step or hop to the horse stance again, so you can find it. Knees wide, feet wide, come on up. 3 breaths at the low belly. 1, weight in the outer heels. 2, maybe even close your eyes. 3, find that spot where you're at ease with gravity. And then you can stand up, parallel the feet, hands to the waist. Lengthen. Forward fold. Hands go way forwards here. You can bend your knees a bit. Get that traction through your spine. Another option is to turn your heels in more and sink into a squat. Wherever you are, take 3 breaths. 1, maybe in your squat, you're opening to one side, maybe a bind. 2, maybe the other side. Maybe a bind. And 3, coming back to that hammock. Parallel the feet again, right hand under the face, twist, and maybe take it behind. Other side, left hand down, right arm up, twist, and maybe you take it behind. come into the center, hands strong, shoulders over the wrist, step back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Round into the angry cat plank, and this time lower all the way to your abdomen. Shift a little right on your mat and take your left foot into a frog, your left leg into a frog. So I'm going to give you some options here. To get into the pelvic floor is to place a block on its high level right at the top of the thigh. Okay? And then if you feel low back compression, take your other block and place it underneath your belly. So you're a little supported, a little lifted. Other leg is long. Your hands can be in like a forearm stance in front. Feel free to shift your block under your belly button to give you a little more support. If you're pregnant, make space for your belly. So finding that, then you can lift your left leg and internally rotate it. Try to keep your hip from jacking up too much. And then externally rotate it, take the foot to the floor. Internally rotate it. This is great for opening up the pelvic floor, creating more space in the pelvic floor, and then dropping down. One more time, see how high you can get that internal rotation with the hip down, and then let that go. Now you might move the block to the middle thigh and take a few breaths, maybe even draping forwards. Another option here is to come up, bend your right leg, catch it, and squeeze it in towards your seat. And you're welcome to come forwards again. Let's take 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. Let that go, and we'll switch our sides. So shifting to the left side of the mat, right leg up into the half frog. On the high level, right near the pubic bone goes the block, and you can support your belly there too with the other block. And then internal rotation and external rotation of the hip. Try not to jack the hip up too much. So less in the side waist, here more in the seat muscles, the muscles surrounding the hip. One more like that, go to the end, and come down. And then you can move the block a little away and soften in for 3 breaths. Another option here is to bend the back leg and draw it in for 1, 2, and 3. Release that out. Take your blocks out. Belly to the ground, prone position, fingertips wide, elbows wide, pelvis heavy. Inhale, rolling cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale it up. Exhale, come down. One more time. Inhale, rooted lower body. Exhale, come down. Hands stuck underneath your forehead. Wobble your hips, take a breath. And come up and back to a downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Round to the angry cat plank. Bend your knees, arch to the down dog. Round, arch. This time round, push the ground away, shoulder blades protract, and turn to the right edges of the feet. This time, keep your left foot really well grounded, and then draw your right knee in. Right. See if you can bring it to the floor. So an option to open into a triangle here with the foot on the floor, or if you like, lift your leg and lower it 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And then all the way back to your downward facing dog. Round forwards, arch back. Round forwards, arch back. Round forwards, shoulder blades protract. Come to the left edges of the feet. Right foot really strong. Left leg in front. So here you can lower and lift. You can open into the triangle variation with the foot on the floor. Or 1, 2, and 3. And then up and over into your downward facing dog. Round forwards, lower to your belly. Move to the right side of your mat. This time left knee up into the half frog without the lift. So finding your tailbone shooting back, your outer hip rolling underneath you. It's like you're in that horse stance, active legs. Like you're pushing into the floor. Yeah. And rolling that sit bone under you, even feeling your core lift. You can angle your right forearm and bend your back leg and catch it. Continue to find a little resistance through your belly, bringing your chest forwards. Take a breath. You can always come down here, minimizing the back bend. 2, 3. Let that go. Switch sides. So shift to the left side of the mat, right leg up, tuck under, belly engaged. It's like you're breathing into that slight posterior tip. You can lift your back leg, draw it in, or come down. 1, 2, and 3. Release that out, both legs out, come up and back. This time wide-legged child's pose. So get wide, and if you can, sit down with your big toes touching or almost touching. See if you can bring your seat right into the arches of your feet. This is, I believe, called Mandukasana. It's another version of the frog pose with an upright spine. Closing the door of the abdomen a little bit. And then come forwards. So you have a couple of choices. You can come forwards into like a diamond shape of the feet. Maybe the heels pressed together. And same thing as the horse stance, there's a little engagement through the low belly. If you want a little support, you can always put a block under there, which I really love. Getting the low back to be a bit more buoyant and long. Pressing the heels together for 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now you can shift back into the child's if you need it, or bring the knees up, face the feet out, and you might want to turn on your mat so that both, depending on the how hard your floor is, right? You could turn on your mat so your knees are on your mat. You can always put a block underneath you or underneath the ribs so that you're a little more long through your spine. Now here we're going to do a little bit of work. So the inner feet are on the ground. It's like you're in a horse stance, pushing in your feet into the ground. Now you can go a little forwards and back here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll squeeze our knees in towards each other. Squeeze the inner thighs in towards each other. And release. 2 more times. Squeeze in. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Squeeze in. And release. See if you get a little lower, and then 3 times squeeze your glutes towards the floor. Little posterior tip and release. Squeeze the glutes around the sitting bones, around the hips, and release. Squeeze and release. Bring the feet a little closer in. Walk back. Start to draw the knees in. Be on the tops of the feet. Sit upright. Notice any shifts. And then if it works for you today, you can take your fists just into the groin area. Come up and over that into the child's form. And then you can roll your fists like pinky finger up and then thumb side up. Pinky finger up, thumb side up. Softening into the hip flexors. And then come on up, and if it works for you, hands a little higher up into the belly. Go over and right underneath the ribs, working that pinky finger up, thumb up. Take a breath. Encourage a little rounding through your spine. So if this doesn't work for your belly today, you could be in a forward fold with your legs outstretched. Come on up. Find your seat. Fingers just tapping below the cheekbones. Tapping on the masseter muscle, the outside of the jaw. Massaging where the jaw meets the ear. And then encouraging this downward moving energy, pulling down through the neck, down towards the heart. Be still for a moment. And then coming on to the back body. So here's where you could take the ankle weights off and put them on your belly. Today I'm gonna leave them on. So you can grab the edges of the mat, tuck your tail under, long through your lower back. There might be some more asanas that you're craving, like a figure 4 or a twist. Otherwise, let your body settle, just like you've shaken up a snow globe and all of the particles are falling to the bottom. And if there's tension in your body right now, finding it with your breath. And imagining that the tension is turning from ice to water to steam. Just watching that state change happen with your breath. Like the particles of the matter are moving apart from each other. More freedom. And instead of ascending root, let your body get heavy. And you can come back to that breath to close the practice. Breathing up the back of the spine, and down the front of the spine. Up the back, down the front, up the back, relax the pelvic floor, down the front, squeezing the pelvic floor lightly. Okay, my friends, I'm going to leave you here today. Maybe you're considering if there's anything that you learned about yourself today through the practice. I always learn something new. Appreciation for that, for your body, for the planet, for the people that supported you to be here today. Peace.